Are you looking for the best wireless mechanical keyboards? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best keyboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL Wireless Gaming Keyboard. Everything but the kitchen sink is the best way to describe the SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL, given the laundry list of features packed into its Tenkeyless form factor. When it comes to performance, the SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL adopts what are essentially red, linear switches. SteelSeries calls them OmniPoint 2.0 hypermagnetic switches, and they're something special. Rather than stick to a specific actuation point like traditional mechanical keys would have, you have 40 levels of adjustability, from 0.1 mm to 4.0 mm. This does mean you can't change the switches, but the keycaps are up to you. However, the stock keycaps themselves have a slight concave in texture for grip and better purchase, so you won't have to replace them unless you're looking for something specific. Additionally, the SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL comes with several features that are quite useful for gaming. You can program 2 actions to a single key. Pressing the key is one action, and holding the key activates another. For customizing macros, you can turn to the OLED display in the top right corner, which also allows you to switch profiles, adjust keyboard settings, and display system information. At number 2. Redragon K530 Draconic. For those who work with multiple devices, the Redragon K530 Draconic is an excellent option, especially if your budget is tight. For one, the Redragon K530 Draconic has a 60% form factor, which is even smaller and more compact than a Tenkeyless design. It's the ideal option if your desk space is limited or if you simply prefer to maximize the amount of area you work with. Despite its small size, the K530 doesn't trim away useful features. The left side has a dedicated button for switching between 3 separate devices on the fly. It's pretty handy if you have a work laptop and gaming PC. There's even support for handheld devices like smartphones and tablets. The battery can last up to 15 hours, provided you use RGB judiciously. More importantly, the mechanical switches are surprisingly responsive and can be replaced with your preferred switches. For long workdays and gaming sessions, the Redragon K530 Draconic won't disappoint. At number 3. Razer BlackWidow V3. Like wireless computer mice, wireless keyboards have come a long way. Even an affordable wireless keyboard isn't far from a wired keyboard in terms of performance. And the Razer BlackWidow V3 Mini, though wireless, squashes that disparity. The BlackWidow V3 Mini aims to achieve one goal: to be a high-performance wireless gaming keyboard. For starters, the mechanical switches offer superb feedback, whether it's the green or yellow switches. The spring-loaded mechanism is the ideal feature for setting the key up for the next command until its last hour of battery life has been spent. Just as important is how quickly the BlackWidow V3 Mini responds. Its hyperspeed technology drops the keyboard's latency to just under 1 millisecond. It won't even feel like you're using a wireless keyboard. So, if you need a high-performance, compact mechanical keyboard, consider the Razer BlackWidow V3 Mini. At number 4. Keychron K8 Tenkeyless Wireless. If simplicity, customization, and compatibility are what you're after, the Keychron K8 is arguably the most versatile wireless mechanical keyboard. This is especially true if you like to experiment with different mechanical switches. Right out of the box, the Keychron K8 is ready to be hot-swapped. Not a fan of red switches? Then try brown or blue. The Keychron K8 also supports LK optical switches, which further reduce wireless latency. Additionally, the K8 is compatible with both Mac and Windows and even has respective keycaps bundled inside. If that wasn't enough, the Keychron K8 has a superb battery. On a single charge, it can last up to 240 hours, 10 days. While the Keychron K8 does well as a gaming keyboard, its latency may feel too high unless it's wired. However, it excels at being a typist's dream due to all of its customization. At number 5. Corsair K70 Pro Mini. Wouldn't you hate it if some malicious actor was able to monitor your keystrokes? The jump to wireless doesn't mean you're immune to that, given that wireless signals can be hijacked. With the Corsair K70 Pro Mini, you can relax because people are going to have a very hard time cracking the keyboard's 128-bit AES encryption. That's not all the Corsair K70 Pro Mini is good for. If you're a keyboard enthusiast and love the idea of customizing your keycaps and switches, you can create the perfect gaming experience. If not, that's okay because the stock Cherry MX Red switches are linear, which is perfect for fast action games due to their low actuation force. Additionally, the Corsair K70 Pro Mini comes packed with a really high polling rate of 8000 Hz. That's admittedly overkill since a 125 Hz polling rate will do just fine, but if you play professionally, or are just competitive, a higher polling rate is going to further shave the latency between your keystrokes and actions.